As you just heard from a few of our team members and network, what you do makes a difference on so many levels. Foster youth are the leading demographics in America's deficiencies. They make up over 60% of our human trafficking and 40% of our homeless population and a large part of our prison population, just to make a start. Why do you think that is?
Oh, I think we know what it is. I think the biggest deficiency and the cause of this is because here in the state of Texas, we basically kick our kids out of the system at 18, and that's not when they graduate high school, that's on their 18th birthday. Most of these kiddos are looking for a place to lay their head that night. They do not have a means to make a living. Most of them, in fact, I would consider majority of them do not have driver's license, social security cards, birth certificates, all the just life documents that you would even need to start a life on your own and to start adulting. So that's one of the biggest reasons we see this huge fall off at that age. I think the second thing is just the lack of provision. Like most of us, when we are approaching our senior year and going into college or starting our adult life, we have at least one source of support. That's financially, that's encouragement. And so when you're aging out, that typically means that A, you weren't adopted, B, no one came back for you at the end of the road, and C, you really don't have someone there waiting at the end. You're literally just kind of cast out. And I think that's really hard for people to understand that concept, that that's what's happening, but it's happening to majority of our kids aging out. And so I would say lack of provision being the second one. And the third one is what we're finding here in the state of Texas really predominantly is the fact that here, if you have a child of your own while you're in care, you are not allowed to take that child with you. And that's going to be because you don't have a proper home or housing. You don't have a way to provide for that child. So they're not going to just let you walk out of the system and take your baby with you. So they end up typically keeping them there in the system. And a lot of the times those children themselves are adopted out. And I think also what we're doing here at our daughter's house is by being the first home in Texas to accept young women with children, we're stopping generational trauma, which is huge. We feel like preventative care is the key to preventing all of these deficiencies that we see here in the state of Texas, and actually, honestly, in the United States. So we believe that these aren't the state's kids. We believe that they're God's kids, and that makes them our responsibility. And it is up to us to do something to change this issue. So here at ODH, we believe that preventative care is one of the best ways to step in the gap. And we also believe that the Lord's called us into a role as a loving family for these kids. And it's a bit unconventional, but we really try to echo the fact that we are a family and we are a house that runs an organization. We're not an organization that runs a house. And that makes a big difference. That means when you go and you start your life of your own after living here, you come back to family. You get to come back home. No matter where you are, and no matter where we are, they're going to constantly come back and going to come celebrate Christmas with us, and we're going to cheer them on through life. We're going to help rear their kids and really just walk. This is a life dedication that we have decided to join in on, and we're so grateful. And our lives have been forever changed just in the last 6 weeks of getting to know Yessie and Evie and Siani, and what they've poured into us has been incredible. And we just know that just by providing just simple things, these kids are so capable. They're doing it all on their own. All we're doing is cheering them on and providing the things that they need to really be successful in their own lives, to make strides in their futures for themselves. It's very, very simple. There's simple ways to step in and bridge the gap. And one of those biggest ways that you can do that is to help and join in on this mission by giving tonight.
All right, so the best way to become part of our giving family is just to take a minute and give a gift by texting GIVE to 833-768-7290. That's 833-768-7290. Or you can go to ourdaughtershouse.org and hit the word GIVE. But please consider joining our giving family tonight to prevent, protect, and provide.